Joyous occasion. Al and I were just trying to discuss when our last in-person meeting was. Unfortunately, it was when Ben Kell was president. Maybe 19 months ago. So 19, just 2 years since we've been in this room. I got goosebumps. It's absolutely fantastic. See those who can come. Hello to everybody at home. Tim, start us off, please.
Yes, sir.
You stepped up for this.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command.
Car ton bras sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Mr. Al.
Good morning, President Dean.
Good morning.
Good morning, fellow Rotarians. Wow.
Good morning.
What can we say? This is absolutely wonderful. I will point out, if you've noticed that older people wearing masks, when you're wearing a mask and you're talking to them, it may look like they don't know what you're saying. I never realized how much I depended on seeing people's lips moving when they were talking. And I'll have lots of conversations with people. They'll have a mask on, and I'll miss every maybe third or fourth word. So you'll have to bear with me on that. Also, when I put my glasses on, they fog up with the mask. So, John, we're going to do our best, but you may get fogged out here. So, Tim, I understand we have people on Zoom.
We do.
So, from all of us here at the library to all of you home on Zoom, one great big welcome back. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Welcome back! And to everyone here, I don't want you to go over. I just want you to turn and acknowledge to the people on either side of you. Acknowledge. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome for the first time.
Okay. So approximately 19 months ago, President Ann Kell was our president, and we had our last meeting. And it's been a long, long time, my goodness. And we have some people in the club who have gone through some experiences that were maybe a lot worse than the rest of us experienced. So they're on Zoom or they're here in the room. To you people who it didn't work out quite as well as what you had hoped, we wish you all the best. We thank you for hanging in there. And today's the first step on getting back to normal. It's not normal yet, and as Michael and I were just talking, and we don't know if it ever will be back to normal. I hope I live long enough to see it. Things are definitely going to change in the world, and I just want to say we're going to have a special thing this morning. We couldn't ask for a better thing to happen. Our first meeting back, and we're going to induct a new member. I can't think of a better way. But to all of you here today, our Zoom people at home, I can't think of a better way to start back in the library than by welcoming a new member. And Monica is our chair of membership. She just took over the other day. Already, you can see the results. Monica, way to go, kid. Way to go. So that's really all I have to say. I know this morning's going to be fellowship. I think everybody's going to get a chance later on to talk, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see you all. President Dean, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, well, before we get into anything, let's do first things first. John, come on up.
Come on up, John. Monica, come on up.
Where does come on up mean?
This is general vicinity.
All right, so the absolute, the absolute best part of a Rotary meeting anywhere in the world is the induction of a new member. Not only is it the best part, it's the most important part. This is our lifeblood. And this morning, it's no different. We're going to welcome a new member, and I might add that over the last terrible time we've had, we've inducted 5 new members, haven't we? Yes. So while everybody was on shutdown and accepted the fact that not a lot was going to happen, the Rotary Club in Innisfil has been going strong. We're doing very well. So once again, please pronounce this last name.
Just the way it sounds and pronounce the F.
Sure. Okay.
You could have done that.
Fellow Rotarians, it is my privilege and pleasure today to welcome into the membership of our club, John Schwartz, whose proposal has been reviewed in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of the club. John, we now proceed to admit you into the membership of the Rotary Club of Innisfil, and so to the Fellowship of Rotaries throughout the world. It has already been explained to you that the ideal of Rotary is service. Our principal motto is service above self, and the object of the club and all Rotary clubs is to encourage and foster this ideal as a basis of worthy enterprise. You are to share in this effort. You have been approved for membership in this club because we believe you to be a worthy representative of your vocation, interested in the ideals of Rotary, and willing to do your share in translating these ideals into tangible realities. You have agreed to accept the obligations attached to your membership in this club and to obey this club's constitution and bylaws. Now I have the pleasure of asking your sponsor, President Dean, to present you with your pin, and Monica, the chair of our membership, to present you with your scrolls. John, welcome to the Rotary Club of Innisfil. Fellow Rotarians, I am happy to present to you Rotarian John, our newest member. Dean was talking to John and Dean met in another organization, and John was mentioning that he was interested in community service and what was going on, and Dean mentioned Rotary, and the next thing you know, he brought him to a meeting, and you were ready to be here and worked hard. We saw you in the bottle drive, and John, we're so pleased to have you. But for all of you, this is how easy it is. You've got somebody that's interested in what the club does, or someone you think would be a good fit for Rotary, and if they got a pickup truck, make sure you ask them. So that's how these people join. Somebody in Rotary mentions it, and somebody asks. It's simple, and that's how we get our members. So to all of you, over the years, I know nearly everyone in the room has brought someone here, and we thank you. And to you people at home in our Zoom meeting, I know some of you have invited people to join the club. We appreciate that. And John, again, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, President Dean, we're back to you. Oh, John, sorry, a few words.
No, thank you for.
All right, so this is where I'm going to go into our speaker. Before we get to fellowship stuff, let's get business out of the way so we can have some fun. Let's first talk, we'll start with beer for you.
All right. As you know, next week September 1st is our first early bird draw for this year for a year. So we got to have our stubs in. Anybody who hasn't got their stubs in, they're not going to be in the draw. It's as simple as that. And you can explain to your friends and family that their tickets didn't make the draw. So I still have lots of tickets to sell. So I still have like 500 tickets here. So anybody needs tickets, come and see me. We'll get you set up with lots of them. We still have several months to sell them. So, but we want to get rid of them right now. And I was talking to Warren Bagley the other day. For some strange reason, he thinks there's a lot of other places we can go, like Sunset Speedway, Sobeys. What else is there?
The 400 market.
400 market. There are several different places we could go, but we have to have people and volunteers because it seems to be the same people going every week. So we got to have more volunteers. And last night was a challenge night because we had a lot of furniture moved. Thanks to Dean here. So, well, we got it all moved. It's all sitting in Ann's barn right now. So that's one of the things. But beer for year, we got to get these tickets sold. We're going to make some money on it. Simple as that. It's, there's nothing ifs, ands, or buts. They're easy to sell. I sell them to my buddies at $100 a shot. So just say, here's tickets, here's a book, here's 2 extras. Give me $100. Simple. So, all right. So any questions? Just give me a call. Yell at me. Whatever you want to do.
So Jeff and I were discussing, we will do the draw next week here in person. So everyone bring your tickets at that point or get them to Jeff if you can't make the meeting in person.
Or Tim.
Or any member coming, and we'll do the draw here next week. Susie, you want to share what news we have with the harvest dinner?
Thank you, President Dean. We had a little bit of a glitch come up with the harvest dinner because the capacity numbers are down again because of the Delta variant. So we haven't had a meeting yet officially, but I think we're going to have to push the harvest dinner to spring, to the name up, of course. We're still talking about the possibility of gingerbread. I think with the library neighbors that we'll talk to here. So we'll have more news in the coming days on which development as things go. But unfortunately, it's just for 25 people, it doesn't make sense for the effort and the time and the cost to do the event to run something like that small. It's just not going to make sense. We'll carry on. We'll get there. It just takes time to get through this.
Nope, agreed. We'll wait till we can do it properly and do it right and have a big crowd.
Yeah.
I'd just like to give a big shout out to the library staff though, because they really have worked hard to accommodate us, and it's just don't make it worthwhile.
So Dougie, how are you, Doug?
I'm good.
I know you don't have much of an update. Are you still in Newfoundland?
Yeah, we're still traveling. We'll be 3 days. We'll be home. We're up in Chicoutimi, and so we do need to start thinking about this last and bottle drive for this year. So we need to start getting that information out to all your friends and relatives and anybody around town. So start communicating now, and when I get home, we'll put together a plan to get those signs out 7 days in advance. And let's rock this last one and put a bunch of money in the bank.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doug. Garage sale. So many of us we're moving lots and lots of furniture and household items and everything last night. And you still have another neighbor that's going to be donating some stuff. We still have more furniture and stuff to move. And Cal needs a bigger barn. This garage sale, I expected it to do well. I didn't expect us to be able to open our own store. We have so much stuff in there that we were considering 1 day of planning and pricing, where I think if we're going to do this it's not this weekend, next weekend, right? Long weekend? We're probably going to need 3, 4, maybe 5 days of getting in there, organizing, pricing things, and getting ready to set up. We moved 2 trailerfuls yesterday. We probably have 2 more trailerfuls coming. There's a whole wagon full of stuff that was already there and priced. I don't even think we have a head or a chair for this. So, Jen, I'm going to work with you about putting a Zoom call together to get volunteers to help and get a schedule set up with Ann that we can come and work with in the barn.
That's President Dean. Yep. I just want to add to President Dean's comments. So last night at 6 o'clock, we had a group at Michael's home on the lake. We started at 6 and we finished at 9:30 at Ann's Barn. And I want to tell you something. You have no idea what we've been able to get out of Michael's house. So it's 2 box trailers, and I'm thank you to the chief. Thank you so much, Chief. And Jeff, thank you so much for bringing the trailers with 4 pickup trucks. It absolutely, when President Dean says we could open the store, he's not kidding. And a lot of the stuff is new. There's a huge amount of stuff. So although Brad shows you don't get nearly what they're worth. However, we have a huge amount. So it's I just want to thank the people last night. It was a great evening. It was hotter than blazes, but it was a great effort. Wouldn't you agree, Dean?
Absolutely, everyone, my kids were still there.
So thanks, everybody.
President Dean, what can we do in regards to, like, I have things at my house that I want to bring. When do we bring them next? Well, the day of, or should we take them over to Ann's earlier? Ann?
I would suggest, because of all the items that we have in the barn right now, I think we'll have to work away in the next week and a half on pricing all that stuff. If you want to bring items to the garage sale, if you're able to price them at your place, just bring them the morning of, and then we'll just incorporate them with everything else that we have. It's just, there's so much stuff up there. I think it might be easier if you can bring them ready to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Tim, I'm gonna ask you, I know you're busy and you're on vacation and stuff, but we need a flyer for the garage sale to start posting it immediately. I've already spoke to some of the people from the Berry Clubs as well as Rotarians. They are gonna promote this as well. And we're gonna get as many people as we possibly can.
Is there a web, Facebook page that is going on?
That's what we're working on. Anyone have anything else for old business? New business, anything for new business? No?
I can mention one thing. I managed, we talked about it before COVID happened. Rotary has a partnership with Toastmasters International. I went to their meeting last Thursday because they meet, I think it's the 1st and the 3rd Thursday every single month on meetings. It is a great opportunity. If anyone's looking for a chance to learn a little bit more about leadership and public speaking, that is a really good group to join them right here. They normally meet at the church, however, they're of course doing Zoom as well. A great bunch, and the fees are pretty decent. And honestly, we actually have access to a lot of their training materials as part of Rotary anyway. So look into the Rotary International website. It has a lot of the links there, but how to actually trace their stuff. And I think if we're looking at community partnerships, there is somebody else we can partner with about how to better communicate stuff out there or in general. So it's a morning memory or something. But yeah, so that's something that I wanted to offer.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
President Dean, could I mention the monoculture relay?
Yes.
We know that's coming up in September. It does not go through Innisfil. We know it's going to start from Peterborough, go out to Niagara Falls, and end up in Barrie. So if we want to participate, we need to decide if we're going to align with the Barrie clubs. The library here is very interested in promoting it as well. It's the on a butterfly program that they have here. So I've already sent Anya at the library here the information that has come out so far, and they're quite happy to promote it along with us. We just have to give them some more information.
Okay.
We have found out recently that our memorandum of understanding for writing grants is now defunct. I think you saw the email. So if anybody's interested in getting their grant approval sort of thing, and training, we're going to try and get that all straight there.
Not to point fingers.
But I've been in contact with a couple of the of the heads for that. And so, we can see if we can get a training session for some people to come. If you're interested in learning more about that, let Jen or myself know.
So the workshops we did last year, Janet, you're saying are no longer?
Yeah, they've got to be renewed every year.
Things change and stuff.
Count me in.
How long is the course? It's two nights, isn't it?
No, it was just one night. We did it one evening over at Susie's, and we just all brought our computers and logged in as ourselves and then did it that way.
And wine?
Spring?
And wine?
Oh, they're asking wine.
Why? I need those lips.
I know.
Wine.
Why?
If you're talking about grant applications, you need alcohol.
Yeah. If we do it over Zoom, yeah, as much wine as you want. But if we're trying to get it here or someplace like that, then wine's off the table.
Yes.
Okay, put that out. I'll be interested in taking the course as well.
President Dean. Just remind everybody, the Leadership Academy email came out, the three-part Rotary Leadership Academy. I know there are lots of people in this room who have taken it, all three parts, but there's a lot of you who haven't taken any of them. It's on Zoom, and I suspect this might be the last time it's offered on Zoom, as opposed to going to North Bay or somewhere to do the projects. And they have put them together, so it's fairly short time frame. I would encourage you, if you want to, it's a great leadership training opportunity. And I think every time I go to one of those things, I pick up something new. So even if you think that you've got those covered, it's one of those steps in Rotary. We would encourage you, and it also allows for a networking opportunity, even on Zoom, to meet the other club leaders that are out there, those future leaders that are taking the Learning Academy. And there are 3 units, but they've got them blocked as you sign your email. If any of you disregarded that email and need a copy of it, I'm sure either President Dean or I can send it off to you if you ask us. And so that was that. Questions? I wasn't anticipating questions.
I'm actually one of the trainers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you trained this time or facilitating?
I'm training it. I'm in the part 1 training session. And I'm also the logistics person, like Tim is. So I'm in all 3 of them typically anyway. So 1 and 2 is this fall, starting in September and about mid-September. And it'll go through until around mid-November. And then that's when part 1 is 3, part 2 is 3. And then in January, I think, February, we're doing part 3. So part 2 is part 1, part 2, and then part 3 is in the new year.
And is price staying the same as it was last summer?
Yeah,
$20 per session?
Yeah.
So it's great. I'm fairly new to the club. I did sessions 1 and 2 last session. It's great. Do it on Zoom, do it at home. You don't have to travel to North Bay, don't have to pay hotel fees, and you get the same knowledge and everything. So for those who haven't done it, those new people, I do highly recommend. And you get some great knowledge and background about Rotary there as well.
And there's only 24 spots, so you have to sign in fairly quickly.
Jenna, if things continue to improve, this may be the last time you have the opportunity to do it on Zoom. And it really is easy because it's done, you can go back to your Saturday afternoon or what have you, whereas if you have to go somewhere, you have to drive home. So it is really a wonderful way. And if I didn't feel when I audited it, it was shortchanged at all. I felt it was very close.
It's 9 to 11 on the Saturday mornings.
And I'd like to add, doing it on Zoom, you're able to do it quicker, because normally if you go to North Bay, you can only take 1 part at a time, so it would normally take you 3 years to get all 3 parts. So being able to do it on Zoom is amazing.
Just want to add one thing to what Barb was mentioning, because I know everybody in this club is way too cool to actually delete somebody's email. Check your spam folders. A lot of times, even no matter how often I tell it to accept all emails from Club Runner, I still find for some strange reason keep wanting to pump stuff into the spam. So if you, every once in a while, maybe every couple of days, go check your spam folder. There could actually be an important message from one of the members of the club. It could be me asking or begging for people to come to the farmers market or things like that, or giving information about further up than us. So yeah, it's a really, you don't want to miss out on opportunities. And
we don't have anything to add. Yes, Ed.
Not about RLI, but President Dean, as we know, the conference, district conference is coming up, weekend of 10th, 11th of September. It's in Timmins, which is a long drive, but everybody here who has been to a district conference knows how much fun they are, how much you get to learn, how much you get to meet other people from our district. So if you haven't registered yet for the district conference, which is not on Zoom this year, I encourage you to look at the information for that. So far, I think it was only 2 people. Registered.
Yes, and our drive along.
Yeah.
I know Barb wants to head outside quickly because she has to run after we need John.
Well, no, we don't have to do it now. We just, thank President, but I do have to be somewhere at 9 o'clock. And so we have, as we finish the meeting, we could do it now if everybody wants a fresh air break and do a club picture without our masks on outside.
If I can recommend we do that with Mary Ann really quickly, just as we have all the people.
Oh, of course, I forgot. Sorry, Sue. Sorry, Supers. Yeah, we'll do it at the end, I think.
Yeah, okay, that was that. Al, you had something there?
Yeah, so as some of you in the room know, for 11 years, Rotary has been involved in kitchen in town. And Rotary's part was to help clean the streets, but also to man the appreciation barbecue, which was canceled the last time. Here in the room today, we have Ann Cal and we have Jen and myself. We're on the kitchen committee. So early in September, we're going to be handing out kits at the town hall on the drive-through. The drive-through, you get a garbage bag. Inside the garbage bag will be a number of garbage bags and gloves, and you can go into your own area, clean up the garbage, leave it beside of the road, call the town, and they'll pick it up. So we'll get the dates to you, but the barbecue still canceled, so Rotary won't be doing that this year. But we'll have a modified edition of pitching, and we'll let you know when that's going to take place. And I think it's a couple of weeks into September, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, we'll get the proper dates to you. Okay, thank you.
And now, sorry to, the district watershed cleanup initiative
Yeah.
is also scheduled for September, so we can kind of maybe combine it with that and.
Well, unfortunately, with the town, it was very difficult to get this in the works, only because of the legal aspects. So it's actually taken us about 6 weeks to formalize this very simple procedure, but it's a lot, because of COVID, there's an awful lot involved. So we wouldn't be able to change things to suit the district. We wouldn't be able to do that. But I encourage you, if you know an area that needs cleaned up, drop by the town hall on those particular dates. You just drive through and hand you the bag through the window and do your own little cleanup, and the town will pick it up.
Can I drive through twice and get 2 bags?
Inside the bag, you'll get about 3 or 4 bags. See? I'll make sure.
Perfect. Thank you, Al. So I just wanted to take some time to discuss going forward with the club. I think we've done a fantastic job the last few weeks getting out there, getting into the community, doing our bottle drive, doing the food drive, getting the garage sale. COVID kind of put our harvest dinner back again, but it's still in the works. For this next year, as things go, I want to continue doing that with Ann Smith's vision and getting Rotary back into the community, getting us known, and getting more people involved. So that's, I think, this is the first step, first meeting in person, and I think we're on the right track. So we have a large group today. I think we normally don't have this many on Zoom at once. So we do have a lot of time left. Let's talk about, instead of good news, I want everyone to talk about what they see or what they look forward to the most for the club in the next year.
President Dean, can I make a quick comment? Yes. So I don't think there's any doubt that over the last 19 months, Rotary in Innisfil has been very busy. People know we're here. We don't have to worry about the fact that people have forgotten about us. We're very well known in the community. We've done a terrific job of staying busy. What we need now is to get out there in person and have the people on the street. And you know what? We look at the bottle drive and the grass sailing. Things are a lot of work. So maybe we can look at some easy little things where we can get out of the community with our Rotary bling on and our shirts and that, and keep it simple. But just let people see it. Just a thought.
Okay, sounds good. Who should we pick on first? I like Brandy. Let's pick on Brandy first.
Looking forward to more in person, more get out there in the community for real and off this Zoom platform.
Thank you. Well, Jen, you're up there, so you get to go twice. Go ahead.
I'm looking forward to just more of this in-person stuff as well. I forgot how much energy is in this room. It's just, doesn't quite transfer on the Zoom, like the clapping and the camaraderie. So just looking forward to seeing you in person more.
Perfect. Thank you, Jen. Dr. J.
Good morning. Well, for me, it's watching this group thrive. Until COVID settles down a little bit, I've got too many comorbidities. I'll have to stay on Zoom. I'm looking forward to getting together with all of you in person and meeting some of you I've never met and renewing some of you that I haven't seen in a year and a half in person. So keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, sir. Chris Banks.
Good morning. Oh, now there's somebody clanging in the background. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am looking to in person. Again, I'll be on Zoom for a while longer, but I can do certain things, and I'm hoping to help maybe set up for the garage sale. There'll be so many people there that won't be feasible for me to be in person, but ahead of time, so I'll talk to Ann Kell about that. And just seeing people even bit by bit in person is great. And yeah, there's a lot of pent up energy in all of us, I think.
Thank you, Chris. Dwayne.
Thank you, President Dean. I'm looking forward to, I wish I was there today, but I'm looking forward to really meeting everyone. I haven't really met everyone yet, just bit by bit, just like Chris said. But I'm really looking forward to it. And also just looking forward to seeing the community come together and just seeing what Innisfil has to offer, since it's literally a little bit over my first year now. So far, so good. And I'm just looking forward to all the amazing things that we do as a club and we do as a city.
Robert.
Morning, folks. Obviously the same as everybody else. Can't wait for the in-person meeting. But I look forward to possibly new fundraising avenues, getting more networking out there, and being even more visible in the community, as Al said.
Thank you, Robert. Debbie and Paul.
Good morning, everyone. I guess basically it's what everybody else has said. Didn't do it all. Just being in person, actually getting out into the community. I really want to wear my yellow t-shirt and let everybody know who I am and what I'm doing.
Thank you. Good morning, Whitney.
Can you hear me this time?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Mine are pretty obvious. I am looking forward to hopefully Quiet Santa in person again this year, maybe. That would be amazing. So I'm looking forward to our holiday stuff, our Quiet Santa, our food drive. That kind of stuff is very exciting to maybe be able to do, because that was the highlight of my holiday season in previous years. So hoping we can bring that back this year.
It's a great program.
Thank you, Whitney. Good morning, Chief. You saw this morning?
Yeah, good morning, Dean. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, the body was a little sore, but just to put things in perspective, pretty amazing when you're involved with a bunch of old guys like Al, 70 plus years, still lugging furnitures and cabinets down the stairs and telling me to get out of the way because he can handle it. Sometimes you got to remember everybody plays a role in this club. And like Al, I think one of the things I'm looking forward to this year is just getting back together, getting out in the community, doing things like we did last night, loading up trailers and lugging things around and seeing people again. not always with a focus of selling tickets or, selling this or selling that, but just getting out in the community, and whether it's picking up garbage or picking up file cabinets or whatever the case may be. And I can imagine you're a little sore this morning as well, Dean. I still have nightmares of that last file cabinet and you standing there in the stairwell for a long time while we worked our way around you. So good job by everybody last night. It was a lot of fun to see everybody.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Weber.
Well, good morning. Yeah, everyone's already said it. Let's just get back to doing some things in person and making some things happen. I'm looking forward to moving forward the pollinator garden and all kinds of other things in the community, whether it's a splash pad or whether it's other things. The tobacco goes by right now. But yeah, looking forward to getting back to some normalcy.
I believe it is our speaker next week, the town, for the plans for the future.
I don't think so. Can't remember, but.
Okay. Well, I know the town will be talking to our meetings shortly about future plans and what they have to do with different parks and what's going on next door, as well as set aside the YMCA and the waterfront. So I've had some preliminary meetings with them, and it looks like a lot of it's going to be happening in the next couple of years. So
I think that's maybe the second week in September, first or second.
okay, Al, we totally missed it. We have a guest this morning. You came like last one. No, we have a guest up there this morning. So I can't see.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry we missed you and forgot to thank you for coming.
No worries at all. It was a last minute addition last night. Thank you to Ann Kell for inviting me to join and to follow along in the spirit. I'm really excited to learn more about the club and really excited to meet all of you and possibly in the next year joining. So thank you very much for welcoming me today.
No problem. Thank you. I know Ann did mention to me last night, but we were moving furniture and it kind of went to the back of my mind. And,
no worries.
Thank you. Oh, no worries. I forgot to.
Oh, me? Next?
Yeah, you.
Okay. Yeah, last night we moved a lot of furniture. It was a lot of fun because everybody had a little bit of this and that, And we did a lot of sweating. It was a warm night. But I'm looking forward to doing a bigger and better fundraiser next year. So we can make some money, some real money, and help the people in the community and all kinds of other things. And our garden up at the road there is looking pretty sad right now. It's got a lot of weeds, I think, more than flowers right now. But other than that, and then we need the train crew because we got some major repairs that we want to train. So we need to get together before Christmas comes so we can get her all repaired and get her all looking pretty again. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, no, I was pretty excited last night. Jeff says that hopefully parades are a go this year. And it's Cookstown anyway, right?
Yep. I may not be there because I got asked to be Father Christmas parade. So.
Well, can you ride the Rotary train?
Oh, you can.
There we go. I nominate us to take Father Christmas around. Janet.
I would love to see all of our newest members be kind of brought together in the fold like we did today, and have a quasi new member introduction, so that they all get to be part of the champ or part of the club, and then be back into the norm of our meetings. I'm really looking forward to that.
So we can get back to the new member skit they have to put on for everybody?
Yeah, that's right. Now we've got a full troop.
You'll get an email. Susie.
I'm really excited to be here today. It's been so long since we've seen everybody in person, and I see Janet now and then because she comes in to get mail or whatever at the office, but it's been so closed in, it feels like. And now that we can get here and see each other and meet new people that we haven't seen in person before, it's really awesome. I'm excited for that. And I really look forward to being able to launch new or all, regenerate old projects that we did before so we can get together and do things. But I'm really glad to see everybody.
Tim, turn that around. Selfie time.
I'll just stand here. You know me, I like a stage. Yeah, I'm really just looking forward to us beginning to foster community partnerships. Find out who else in the community. We have C4K that we are directly involved with. And we've had a partnership briefly there with the Legion. I've talked about Toastmasters earlier. There's all kinds of things we could be doing to really expand our ability to do things. We talked about the big ball drive up in Timmins there, where they raised a gigantic amount of money, and that only happened because of a partnership between the Lions, the Rotary, and I think the Kinsmen. So that's the kind of thing that we should actually look at. If we want to really make it go big, we have to find out who do we need to talk to really make that happen, because we're a small yet mighty club. But you know, the more we partner, the more we get known, the more we may actually start injecting more members back into it. So that to me is going to be the coolest thing over the next year or 2 years. We're going to keep working on it. So thank you.
I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and people on Zoom, and looking forward to contributing to the club and the community.
Thank you, John. Again, very, very welcome to have you as part of our club, John.
Janet, I love your idea. I love it. So yeah, let's chat. I think that's a great idea. I look forward to, being in person. I think that connection in person brings us closer, and working as that team feeling. It's hard when you're on Zoom, you feel like you're there for that hour and then you're gone. And then we do it again every week. In here, it feels like it's going to follow with me a little bit further than that one. So yeah, I look forward to it.
I think it's great news that we're together, even though we're together apart. There's the Zoom crew and the people who are here at the library. But I want to give a really big shout out to Past President Ann Smith for asking the library when nobody was even thinking that it would be possible, and setting it up. And I understand this is a hugely improved setup to what I expected regarding how we're able to see each other, although I haven't heard from the Zoom people yet. And but I also want us to remember the library for taking the leap of faith with us, that we are going to abide by their restrictions and not just let it go because we're here together. And we have to continue to do that until we get to some more normalcy and to be able to come together, at least this many of us, and hopefully more and more people.
I just want to echo what the chief and what Doug Weber said earlier. I think what I miss most is just that opportunity to work together with everybody and be out in the community doing things. I think last night at my farm was a good example of maybe how much we all missed it. And how good it felt. And even sitting here in this room this morning and just a chance to sit around with everybody and talk about all the things that we're going to do and that we want to do. I feel like it's a good start for us. So I'm looking forward to being able to do some of that.
I just want to mention that last night, even though I wasn't able to help with lifting the items, it was a really good example of how the club members can come together with a goal in mind for the moving that was done from Michael's house last night. And I also want to give a shout out to the library. It shows how highly Rotary is thought of in this community, that we are the only group and the first group that the library has allowed to come back into this meeting space. So I really appreciate what the library has done for us. And I also echo what Tim said, we've got to align with the groups as well for the best benefit for our community.
Along the same lines, I totally agree with what Tim had said. We built over the number of years good partnerships with, for instance, the food bank and Christmas for Kids, and so we can build on those and new events or projects. Get the newer members involved, and then we can work together, and then we get to know each other better. So, and it brings positive things for the community. I think we're doing a great job for the last 2 years.
I think everyone's pretty much said everything I wanted to say, but it'll just be nice to see everyone's smiling faces in person rather than on screen. And I really look forward to the Sandy Cove food drive with the train. Christmas if we do it this year. Yeah, looking forward to a great year under Dean's guidance.
Text in a minute.
Here for your tickets. Similar to everybody, I can't wait for you to see everybody without this little thing on, and get to know everybody a lot better, and figure out as a new member where my place can be in the club, where I can contribute, what I can do, just yeah. And my backyard is always open for a beer. Please pop by anytime.
So there's two avenues here. One is the history of the club, and the 11 years, over the years of fellowship, the wonderful meetings, the terrific gatherings we had. We've got to get back to that. And for our own little group, our own people. And I'm always amazed at this group and the backgrounds and the ages and all the different things that all these people in this room and on Zoom have experienced. And it's amazing how we all get along, isn't it? And all they get it. So, and the other thing is going forward, visibility. We are already visible. We've taken a step higher. Don't mention too much about Rotary Code. So that's why Ann Smith joined this club, because she saw a lady with a Rotary jacket on, and she asked her, "What's that?" So don't hesitate to wear some Rotary clothing out in the community at any time. You don't have to wait for an event. Wear your Rotary clothing. Start a conversation, because that's how it happens. Thank you, Dean.
Speaking of which, it would be great if we could figure out an order for some golf shirts, windbreakers, hats, things like that. I know that it's in the works, because the faster we can get a nice golf shirt on us, the better for the community for engaging.
Barb, it sounds like you're already working on it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So in regards to what Al said about being more in the community, can we get some brighter yellow shirts? Glow in the dark work shirts.
Yeah, we're working even hard.
But everyone pretty much had it right. More in the community, more involvements, more being together, more fundraising, more just events. I want to talk to Ed Smith. And Kel got to do her dinner. We did not. So I think we should throw one kick-ass party and have everyone together and have a barbecue and not have to worry about fundraising, but just having a good time. So we will work on that. Great idea. What I'm most looking forward to, I don't know if it's socially acceptable yet, but I got a hug today. That was fantastic. I miss hugs. I'm a big cuddly teddy bear. I have a bunch of thank yous as well. One to the library. Thank you for allowing us to be here, to be able to see everyone in person. Big thank yous to Tim, Ann Smith, Dwayne, and Jen for allowing us to set this up so people can be at home, can be in person, and we can run these meetings in our hybrid modes. I'm glad it works, and I'm looking forward to it going forward. With events, I know I still plan on doing my big fun run event this spring. Plans for the work for that. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to the rest of this year and making it as big and good as possible. Yes.
Now that we've done our good news, I did have an update on shelter box.
Okay.
As you must have heard, we had another earthquake in Port-au-Prince, and lots and lots of lives were lost again. Shelter box is on the ground, and they are doing their best to clear areas again, like the last time, to make the maneuvers happen so that they can put boxes in place. They've changed their style of recovery at this point. Not so much just the tents, but the shelter pits so that they can use the lumber and the debris and build homes that are more sustainable. So they supply that as well with the tarps and the water and everything else that comes with the NGOs that go out there. So lots of prayers out to those people who actually get there. It's a very volatile state right now because it's dangerous with all of the government problems and all the other things going on there. So for those who are actually brave enough to go and do this for those poor people, our hearts are out with them.
And I have one more thing that I forgot earlier as well. Joanne was reaching out to me. We have a board meeting next Tuesday. So those board members on Zoom, those are in person. She's wondering if we want to do next week's meeting in Zoom or if we can book the town hall to do the meeting there. Do you know if they're allowing us to do that?
I don't know, I'll have to ask. I haven't heard of any bookings happening yet.
Okay, so why don't we just do the next meeting on Zoom, next board meeting, and then hopefully try to do it in person again after that. Okay? Jenny, do you have the board meeting Zoom?
Yes.
Perfect, so next meeting will be on Zoom. So we got 8 minutes. I know we don't have time to do a full good news round. We already did talk, but does anyone have anything personal or happy to share before we go today? Susie.
My granddaughter rolled over yesterday.
She said her granddaughter rolled over yesterday. He said, so did you.
After last night, I rolled over this morning and I was so relieved I
Hers was the first time by herself.
Can I just say that?
Apparently it's gonna be my last time.
Yeah, that's fair. Some good news when I was coming through the door this morning. Rob, our longtime custodian, he had a great big grin on his face. His son had just been, he's joining the OPP. And he's been posted to Markdale, which is just something that wants out.
Good for Rob.
He's gonna be a granddad.
And yeah. Well, let me just say that on camera. He's been told to keep it quiet.
Oh, I see.
I'll cut that out.
Just some static buzz when you go.
Exactly.
Perfect. So on a plus side, before we go, Jeff's gonna hand everyone a fistful of tickets.
So President T, can we just say to the people on Zoom, you're the most important people here this morning, okay, although we're all here in person. It's wonderful to see you on Zoom, and I don't feel that you're left out of this meeting yet. But I did want to ask Dr. J, when you, all those years in Rotary, and I know your background in this club goes a long, long way, and do you have a couple of comments on this morning's meeting, Doug?
Repeat that last bit, Al. This setup isn't the best for sound. It's hard to hear.
Yeah, I decided to learn that in chat.
Okay.
He was just,
He just wants to know how your feelings on the meeting today, and if you have any thoughts going forward.
Well, I like the meeting today. There's a lot of enthusiasm when you all get together. And yet, if we didn't have Zoom, we wouldn't have Doug Weber today. We wouldn't have Chris today. So hybrid works until they really knock this silly COVID down, because we're heading the right way here. My relatives and family in the U.S. is a mess. But I want to tell you, each one of you needs to pat yourself on the back. You have survived COVID, and you're looking forward to the future, and you can't beat that. Have a great week.
Dr. J? I was reading in the news this morning that COVID's gotten so bad in the States that the NRA canceled their annual meeting. We had the announcement this morning.
Was it a shotgun announcement? Just really quickly, I'll just add, I already got the message from Dr. J about the audio. Thank you for that point. If anybody else has any comments, Dwayne, I'm pretty sure you sat there going, oh man, come on, you could have gotten a better shot than that. If there's any comments about what could make the meeting better, I mean, this was our first kick at the can. We knew it would be an experiment. I'm hoping we got enough through the multiple cameras that are going. A lot of editing is going to be involved. But yeah, if there's anything you'd love to be able to see in hybrid meetings, please let me know. Thank you.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yep.
President Dean, can I request that we move outdoors for the Say 5 to give people on?
Yep, we have 4 extra minutes, so we'll give you 4 extra minutes of your day, and we're gonna go inside and take some pictures. Hopefully my good side.
Yes. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. If you want your tickets, come and get them. I'm gonna go do these pictures and I'll go back and get them done.